All right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of what was that? Of Tampa Bay Cop Talk. I'm Andrew Salcedo. I'm here with Vijay. What's going on, Vijay?
What's up, Andrew? What's up?
Nothing, man. Just enjoying some conversation with you, hopefully.
Over a couple of beers. Cheers, bud.
Over a couple of beers, man. Cheers. All right, so we have some things to get into. Namely, let's first talk about uh, what the hell happened in the Charity Shield, man. What were your thoughts?
You know, it's so I'm someone who wasn't counting that as a preseason friendly per se. I actually wanted the Community Shield because mainly for two reasons. Because we lost it last year on penalties, and the second reason being that I just don't want us to be losing the habit of winning trophies, no matter how small it is, no matter how insignificant the trophies might seem. So like, I wanted us to win, but that didn't happen. But I think it's just one of two things, right? I think we're still in preseason. We've only played a couple of friendly games. So not everybody is at the level they're supposed to be. But at the same time, we could have put out a better performance than we did on game day, right? I mean, our second half performance was very good. But again, there's also the thing that we missed a couple of chances, and we take either one of those, we would have been winning the Community Shield 2-1. So I'm not reading too much into it. I really wanted that game for us to win. If you remember, I was in the board saying if Minamino scores, we have to come up with a song for him today. And he scored the next moment. But
yeah, man, you have luck with all that. But yeah, man, talking about those chances. I mean, how about Mane? I remember yelling like, "Why didn't he press the L1 and B button, circle button, man? He just had to chip it. He had to just chip it over the keeper, and then that would have been 2-1." But our performance was very much like last year's performance. I felt like it was kind of crap for the most part, and then second half of we put the foot on the gas and we performed much better. But as you said, like I agree with you wholeheartedly. I wanted to win the cup too. I mean, it's a trophy at the end of the day. A lot of
right.
people that, in my opinion, a lot of people on Twitter and social media that poo-poo the Charity Shield are the same ones that did the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
And for me, being Latin American, like that FIFA World Cup is, it's up here for me. It's not like a Mickey Mouse trophy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, a trophy's a trophy. But at the same time, as you said, we're not ready yet. People are still getting fit, all that kind of good stuff. And at the end of the day, we lost last year, but we won the league. So, obviously I take that any day of the week. But
and also there's not many Community Shield winners have went on to, win the league later that season. So that kind of sounds good for us. Take Arsenal, for example. They won the Community Shield, I think, 3 times after they won the FA Cup. But they did squad in the league. So, we're okay.
Well, then if that's some voodoo stuff, I'm all about that. I don't wear certain shirts in the bar because of said voodoo.
Right.
So another thing I want to discuss was really, after the aftermath of the Community Shield, and actually even before, a lot of Twitter and Reddit and stuff, people are losing their minds. For those of you listening via audio, the camera dropped a little bit on VJ's side, but
and it's gonna keep happening. So
but people are freaking out, man. We're FSG out this. Why aren't we? The virus is a hoax. We have money. What the hell is going on? What's your thought on all that? People freaking out over lack of transfers.
I mean, to be honest, I think FSG is doing the correct thing by not signing people just because we are ahead. The COVID pandemic has obviously affected us, right? We still have one of the highest wage bills in the Premier League, right? A lot of our revenue goes towards our players' wages. I mean, we might not pay as much in base wages to our players, but we pay a lot out in bonuses to a lot of our stars, right? So it's up there. It's up there. And the fact that we won't have, I read somewhere that we get about 3 million, 3 million pounds per game for every home game, right? And I think we had about 80 million from match day revenue last year. Most of that is not going to exist today to invest back into the team.
Yeah. Sorry to just piggyback on that. Through the Financial Times, I think it was, there was a graph that showed we get 15% revenue from match day.
Mhm.
receipts, the gate receipts, essentially. So, think about it this way: if you're living your life with your wife and kids and all that, and then next thing you know, your boss tells you you got to receive a 15% pay cut, things are gonna
Mhm.
have to change around the house. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's no different from my house to a multi-million-dollar franchise, organization. Um,
Right.
so no,
Yeah,
I
and
understand all that, but
I mean,
but
yeah.
continue. Yes.
But at the end of the day, the club needs to be in good health, and FSG's model has always been self-sustenance, wherein we dip into the revenue we earn. People also forget that there's redevelopment on the one of the stands. I think the Anfield Road stand is being redeveloped. That's like a 60 million pound project. We have a 50 million pound project where we're bringing the youth team and the first team together at our training base. So that's not small amount of money. And we also had to give back 20 or I think about 20 million back to our sponsors for the Premier League, because of the law as part of our, refund, rebate or
Well, I'm not
whatever.
sure. Well, are you talking about from the broadcast side or from a sponsor side? I think the
I think
broadcast.
it's the broadcast side. Yeah, I think
No,
it's
no,
the
no. Because
broadcast side.
I thought at least for this season we don't have to. Maybe in future seasons, but you also got to think. Finances is a long-term game, right? So
Yeah.
we're probably, for example, still paying off Virgil van Dijk's or Allison's
Mm-hmm.
fee.
Right.
Because those are paid in installments. You know how those things work, right? So
Right.
people need to understand this. However, at least for me, I don't know about you, but I'm freaking out. I'm like all those crazy people. I'm like your uncle on Twitter. I'm freaking the hell out. We haven't bought anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was freaking out. Hey man, but I know this about myself. I was freaking out last year. Who did we buy last year? Harvey Elliott, Vandenberg.
That's it.
That's it. And then,
Ariel, Vanderberg, Adrian. We got in Adrian last
okay, but
moment.
yeah, that doesn't count. It was free. And then
Yeah.
it's a goalkeeper. No one gets excited. And then Minamino we got him for a bag of peanuts in January. But at that moment in time before the season started, I was freaking out then. And look how the season turned out. So I know this about myself. Now I'm an unusual case, but so you have no stress, you have no anxiety then for this.
Look,
What's going on?
I'm with you on the last season part. I was freaking out a little bit too because I thought we need at least one more attacking cover for our front three. I know they stay fed most of the time, but I just thought we needed one more,
Right.
right? And that was the only signing I worried about. And I was like, if we don't get it, that's okay, right? I wasn't worried about it that much because we just won the Champions League, so that calmed me down a little bit. I can beat that on into the ears of other fans for as long as I want to, right? So it didn't bother me. It did bother me last year, but this season I'm a little bit more calm as compared to last season, right? We just won the Premier League. Although all the signs point towards it being the fact that I should be worried more this season as compared to last season.
Oh, yeah. What signs are those? Do they have to be? Does that sign happen to be a 5'9" little left-footed striker from Argentina? Is that what's freaking you out?
No. See, here's the thing. I'll be honest with you, okay? I am really not worried that Messi is going to go to Man City.
Oh my God!
Really
All right,
not.
let's pause on that because we got to talk about that in the next segment. Uh, yeah, okay, but continue about why you're not freaking out for this season.
All right. Two things, right? First of all, I'm someone who believes that, the size of the squad should be, two players per position max, right? If you look at all the previous teams that have failed, they had too many players in too many positions, and that kind of disturbs the harmony of the squad. So when someone says they want Thiago Alcantara, I would love Thiago Alcantara, right? But it actually doesn't bother me that he's not here at Liverpool right now, or if it's not going to come. Because if you look at it, if you count Gruic, who's our boy,
Oh yeah, that's our boy right there, baby. Wait, where he at? Where he at? For those of you watching at home, look at that signature.
Gruic is our boy.
That's Marco,
yeah,
baby. Marco.
Yeah. We on Instagram DM terms, baby.
Yeah, that's it. So what you think Gruich? Oh wait. I'm drinking beer, so I didn't catch that. Are you saying that Gruich can play a role like Thiago? Are you comparing apples to Gruich? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm not saying Gruic can compare roles. If you count Gruic, we have 8 players who can play in the center of the park, Cut to that, if Thiago comes in without anybody of them leaving, we have 9 players for 3 positions. Right? And that doesn't include the fact that Shaq can drop back into the midfield 3 as well. Right? It also hinders Curtis Jones' development as well. But I like Curtis Jones a lot. I think he can be a very, very good player for us. Now, I had my, tongue cut off for me before because I said the same thing about Ben Woodburn, and then I said the same thing about, Jordan Rossiter, but, both of them haven't gone anywhere since. Or I even thought that, Cameron Brannigan is going to, at least be in and around the first team and do well for us. None of those 3 have worked. 2 of them are away from us now. Ben Woodburn might still work. We don't know.
Right.
But, his career has gone a bit backwards. So I really want Curtis Jones to do well. Right?
Sure.
So getting in Alcantara and not selling any of these midfielders would mean that Curtis Jones would get less time. I would be okay with that, I guess, but as long as it doesn't hinder his development, right? I would love to have Thiago, right? That means we boss games, dominate midfield, that adds an extra dimension to whatever we have in our midfield. Because right now our midfield kind of act as protectors, move the play forward, cover the fullback positions. They do all that stuff. Thiago can do that, maybe not as good as Henderson and Wijnaldum does, but he can just about take the ball in and from that position start an attack, right, by looking forward.
Right, okay.
So if Genie is going...
Let's talk about that because that's a big rumor because, dude, honestly, sorry, but let me just get into this. Honestly, like we talked about in the last podcast, I hate to say it, bro, like, I believe it, man. Like, it just makes so much sense. I mean, usually, it's an easy journalistic link. From a journalist perspective, it's easy link. Oh, here's a player, here's a coach. They play together. They've worked together. Oh, okay, let's link them. Done, easy. I get all that. But for me, he's getting up his age, and it's a time for him to move on in the sense of maybe he thinks it's time for him to new challenge. He'll play more advanced role in Barcelona. Like, like a number 10 or something like that. He'll get big money. So, and that's probably his last big money contract before he chills, goes back to the Netherlands or goes to MLS. You know what I'm saying? So, but then I don't want him to go.
All right, so David, you're first. What was your favorite off-season story? Because it was like 2 weeks, to be honest.
It was 2 weeks, and come on, it's got to be Slabhead getting arrested in Mykonos. The memes that came out of it, I loved it. People were like, "Oh, Man United doesn't want to pay the bail up front; they want to do it in installments."
So the off season was so damn short that I can't even go with like one that's non-football related. I have to go with on the pitch. So during Liverpool's off season, you still had the Champions League going on. Well, one of the players in the Champions League is very familiar to both Liverpool and Barcelona. Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho goes on to the pitch against Barcelona and bags a brace.
Genie, look, if we don't get Thiago and keep Genie, I would still be happy, right?
Right, of course, yeah.
I would still be happy because, Genie might not do what...
Okay, so just to be clear, if we don't sign anyone, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm actually okay.
Okay, because for me, this is 2020. We have COVID-19. Chadwick Boseman just passed away. Wakanda forever, everybody. Everything's gone wrong this year. So for me, if we don't sign anyone, that's one more thing on the list for me. Because I'll be in all kinds of anxiety. I'll need to talk to my doctor, get some new medication. I'll need to drink more beer or something. Maybe a bottle of wine. I don't know. Because for me, I know, like I said, I already know. Last year we didn't sign anybody. We did all right. But here's the thing. We got this rumor of that little short guy going to Manchester. And I'm sorry. Going to the Etihad. He's going there. If he goes, guys, I do the math. He scores 40 goals a season, or he contributes to 40 goals a season. every season for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know they were 20 points away or whatever it was, but 40 more goals. You got to think that's a couple more wins. You got to think at least that's 5-6 more wins, and that brings you to the 18-20 points, right?
Right.
So that means so theoretically that means we have to be perfect, almost perfect yet again to retain this title. So that stresses me out considering the schedule. We have like a month. The season's going to be like a month shorter. Yes, you can argue, well, Messi, he's older. The math says otherwise. The math says he's a superhuman. He's going to score 40 goals. So that's why I'm freaking out, because I'll be fine if we get second place, but I want to win. Damn it.
Here's the thing. Yes, so if Messi comes, I do expect him to score 35 to 40 goals. No doubt about it. All this crap about, can he do it in the English league? Can he do it on the continent? That's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's
he lost to us in the Champions League. So what? He'll have 38 more tries. You know what I mean? Or 37 more opportunities.
Right. And he did score a couple of goals against us in the first leg. So
Yeah.
2 goals in 2 games still. All right. So here's the thing. He will score those goals. Yes, City will win probably 3 or 4 more games because Messi is in the squad. But the way I see it is we have shown that we can be consistent across long campaigns. We've done it for 2 years. And I think with Messi's inclusion in the City squad, we would be one of those teams where we'll be like, well, they have Messi. Well, let's just lie down and take it. I don't think so. That's only going to make us perform even better, right?
See, that's the thing that worries me, bro. Because last season, even though I knew in the back of my mind, like, oh, we didn't buy anyone, I'm still freaking out. I knew in the back of my mind, but we just lost the title by 1 point. So I knew that was always going to be a motivating factor. Now, here's the thing. We won the Champions League. We won the Premier League. So from a psychological perspective, how does Klopp and his team motivate the players? I'm sure Salah is going to be fine. He's motivated to win the Golden Boot, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be all right. But I'm talking about the 10 other players. How do you motivate them and then as a unit to take that anger, take that motivation and put it out on the pitch? That's why I'm so worried. It's also the Argentinian guy, but it's also the motivation because,
Right. And
it's like once you beat a video game, it's like, I don't want to play.
Yeah, so
like,
I think you're right. Okay, I think it's difficult to motivate the boys in these kind of situation. I mean, the only team that has done that for a long time was, in the last decade. Then it was Fergie's United when they won 3 titles and went to 3 Champions
and they
League.
always supplemented that with bringing in fresh blood or fresh meat, so to speak. And okay, we got Costas, we got for bus fare, but hey, he's not starting. You know what I'm saying? So
right, and I think that's where I think we need to add a couple of new players to the squad, which I think we will. Right, I think we definitely need another center back, unless the plan is to give Vanderberg or Billy Kumedo a go in the first team. Right, but I think we definitely need a 4th center back, which I think we will get. I think we're just waiting on to sell Harry Wilson and our boy Marco Guic and use that funds to get a 4th defender.
No, don't sell Marco. Marco, don't go.
I don't want him to go. I want him to stay. We got a personal investment in that dude's career.
Yeah, man. We have the what do you call it? We have the the exclusive source.
Yeah.
Oh, but real talk, he was so nice though.
Yeah, he was real nice.
But,
so couple of signings, yes, that would freshen up the squad and keep us going. Probably it'll help if we do the Ginny and Thiago swap. I think the only way that's going to happen is if Ginny leaves and then Thiago comes in. Otherwise, I don't think Klopp's
Okay,
going to
let's talk about that for a second. So Ginny leaves. How much are we selling him for?
30.
No, fuck that. So no.
He's on the last year of his contract.
Barcelona was a pain in the No, Barcelona's been a pain in the ass. And I know they've just skipped that clause in Coutinho's contract where if they wanted to buy, that clause that was in his contract, if they wanted to buy a Liverpool player, they would have to pay $100 million more. I say F that. I believe in Michael Edwards, right? That's his name. I want 45. I want 40 million. I want 40 million pounds for a 30-year-old. That's how old Genie is, right? That's what I want. Then he can go.
Yeah, but Barca are not that rich. They don't have 40 million to pay for Genie.
Oh, but hey, I can dream.
Yeah, if Edwards is a genius, maybe he can probably put in a clause that says, well, you can have him for 25 million and give us 15 million in add-ons if he plays 10 games or some shit. That's what he basically did for Coutinho. That's like, give us 100 million if he plays 10 games, you give us another 40 million.
Yeah. If he scores a hat trick, an extra 7 million.
Yeah, an extra 7. So he's pretty good at that. So yeah, Thiago will probably only come in if Gini goes. I would love to have both of them on the team, but also at that point of time, I would love for Marco. I think at that point of time, I think our boy Marco will be sold.
Yeah.
And that would also mean less time for Curtis Jones. Very less time for Curtis Jones on the field.
Right.
Look, man, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I am worried, but I'm not as worried as you are. I'm cool.
Dude, I'm so worried because, like, since COVID's happened and we've been playing, you know, with no fans and whatnot, you know, we've been giving up goals left and right. The motivation, the sharpness doesn't seem to be there. Sorry. You know how Klopp brought in a surfer to talk to these guys? And he paid for a damn throw-in coach? Okay, I feel like I need to call Klopp and tell him, look, you need to have your players watch the Last Dance documentary about the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan so they know what's up because that man, you know, expected no less. He expected perfection, you know? And so I want these players to have that hunger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously that's really selfish of me as a fan, but you know, I'm all joking. Of course, Klopp knows what he's doing, but I'm just a bit worried, man. You know, until we win 4-0 at Leeds and 2-0 against Chelsea and Arsenal, then, you know, until that happens, I'm going to be worried, basically.
Yeah, and we have 3 very tough games at the start, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll win all 3.
Okay. So
yeah, I think.
So to end the episode, you want to tell me we're going to be all right, calm down, and tell everyone else to calm down, and FSG shouldn't be kicked out. We shouldn't petition against FSG. That everything is being run the right way, you know, economically and so on and so forth. These are extenuating circumstances, crazy times. This is 2020. Is that what you're saying to me, Vijay?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Look, let's put it this way: if the COVID didn't happen, right? Timo Werner and Jadon Sancho both would have been playing for us. It's as simple as that. We were going to get both of them.
You think we would have signed both of them?
We would have signed both of them. We would have signed both of them 100%.
Wait. You bet me a bar tab next game on that?
All right, I bet.
I don't even know how to settle that bet, so never mind. That makes no sense.
It's simple. Or I'll make it even simpler for you. If the COVID thing didn't happen, you know, and we had 100 million player that we wanted to sign, we would have signed it.
Yeah, well, that's a better. Yeah, Damn it.
It's as simple as that.
Can we just sell someone and buy Mbappe? Like, he's kind of bored in Paris, right?
They can have Harry Wilson and we can have Mbappe if they want.
Yeah, I'll just text LeBron to do a little recruiting for us. All right, well, thanks, Vijay, for, you know, taking the time to talk with me. But you know, talking to the audience, what do you guys think? If Thiago's coming, is it because we sell Gini, or can we have them both? Is Vijay right in that we should be calm, or am I right that we should all be freaking out? Let us know somehow in the bars. But anyway,
walk up to us and let us know.
Yeah. But anyway, when you're on social media and all that stuff, just try to be civil, and you know, we're all adults here, most of us, so you know, be nice to each other online and all that good stuff. All right, thanks Vijay for taking the time again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Out.
Cheers.